Secrets left unspoken. There's a particular ache that comes with loving someone who will never know. It's not sharp like heartbreak, it's softer, quieter, like carrying a stone in your pocket for years. Always there. Always heavy. I met her years ago, in a place where people didn't use real names. Just avatars, screen handles, and midnight conversations. We were both drifting through the same little online community, posting poems, ranting about bad days, and trading inside jokes that nobody else would have found funny. At first, it was just friendship. The kind of easy companionship that slips into your life and makes the world feel a little less lonely. We'd talk about books we hadn't read yet, songs that reminded us of people we didn't admit missing, and dreams we weren't brave enough to chase. She made me laugh at times when laughter felt impossible. She made me think about myself in ways I'd never considered. Somewhere along the way, friendship blurred into something else. But I never said a word. There was one night I still replay it like a movie. We were both up too late, trading messages long after the rest of the world had gone quiet. She told me about her childhood, her fears, the people she'd lost. I typed back paragraphs, trying to match the intimacy of her honesty. And then, in a moment of weakness or bravery, I typed it, "I think I'm falling for you." I stared at those words for 10 whole minutes. My thumb hovered over the send button like it was a trigger. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. And then I deleted it. Just like that. The words vanished, swallowed by the same silence they'd lived in for months. I told myself it was better this way. Better to preserve what we had than risk losing it entirely. Life, of course, moved on. She dated other people, sometimes telling me about them, sometimes not. I listened, nodding along, giving advice, pretending I was fine. I smiled through it, even when it twisted something inside me. We even met in person once, after years of being just online friends. She was exactly the same and completely different all at once. I remember the way her laugh echoed in the cafe, how she teased me about the way I stirred my coffee, how she hugged me goodbye a little too long. I wanted to tell her then. God, I wanted to. The words burned at the back of my throat. But when I opened my mouth, nothing came out. Because how do you risk the one person who feels like home? Now, years later, we still talk sometimes. Not as often as before. Life has pulled us in different directions. She has her world, I have mine. And yet, when her name lights up my phone, I feel 17 again. I wonder sometimes what would have happened if I'd been braver. If I'd hit send that night instead of delete. Maybe nothing would have changed. Maybe everything would have. The truth is, I'll never know. What I do know is this: love doesn't always have to be confessed to be real. Sometimes it's enough just to feel it, to let it shape you quietly, without ever demanding anything in return. She'll never know how much space she takes up in my memories. She'll never know the poems I never posted, the confessions I never made, the nights I stared at her words a little too long. And that's okay. Not every story is meant to be spoken out loud. Some lie forever in silence, folded into the corners of who we are. And maybe that's what makes them beautiful.